So anyway, we got. I mean, it's not going to be a super long show tonight, but we got some stories to share with you guys, and a lot of them are animal focused. Oddly enough,
I think
they're all animal focused.
Yeah.
Just because we've had some stuff happen in our lives, big stuff for us, and Kevin was a big part of that, and then we had some adventures with I had some adventures with my kids today, and then there was another huge cat incident up here in North Texas, and so we're going to be going through all that. So right off I think the quickest one to get through is the big cat.
Oh yeah,
and it was actually over by where you were camping.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, supposedly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So the story broke. I guess it was a week ago now that there. So this was in the aftermath of the Black Panther story. Which continues to go. Like, if you want to just have a chuckle, go follow the comment section on YouTube on our Black Panther video.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious.
It is funny.
There's guys from, like, New York is like, I've seen one, and guys from Tennessee is like, and I'm telling you guys, like, anytime you start talking about Black Panthers, like, hillbillies and rednecks and outdoorsmen and conservationists, I mean, they just come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And they have in our comment section.
They saw them while they were hunting Sasquatch, so, you know.
There's some funny ones in there.
Yeah.
It's worth perusing.
Right.
But anyway,
subscribe while you're there. By the way.
Yeah, just go ahead and that way you can get more funny comment.
That's right.
But anyway, in the aftermath of that, there was social media went crazy with. Oh, by the way, okay. Preface it with this. One of the things a lot of people brought up, which I think is a very reasonable and logical explanation of the photo in Huntsville.
Okay.
Texas has one of the largest privately held exotic animal populations in the world.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
There are more tigers in captivity in Texas than there are in the wild in the world.
I mean, even more than Florida?
More than Florida.
Oh, wow. The Tiger King was there.
Suck it, Florida. Texas is kicking butt when it comes to exotics.
There we go.
Well, and part of that is we have huge exotic game ranches.
Yes, we do.
So, but there's also a lot of people that have exotic cats.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, it's not unreasonable. Look, I think we've talked about my friend of mine that accidentally shot a red stag in the national forest not far from here. Yeah. And as I was talking to a game warden about it, he was like, oh, yeah, man, there's like 2 zebras and a couple other things wandering around the national forest out there. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So anyway, it's not unreasonable to assume that there could be a black cat of some sort that got out and is wandering Huntsville.
Sure.
That's totally within the realm of possibility.
Sure.
All that being said, social media went wild when a tiger was reported as lounging around the bank of Lake Livingston. And there were photos.
Yeah.
And it was very clearly a tiger.
Right.
So, and so everybody was just like flipping out. One, because it was so close to spring break.
Sure.
Which was when Lake Livingston just is
where we were.
Overpopulated.
Right.
You know, people are skiing, people are camping, people are having a good time on the lake. And they're like, everybody's like, hey, watch out on the lake. There's a tiger out there.
And that's the 3rd largest lake in Texas.
Yes.
It's big.
It's a huge lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool place to go. If you've never been, it's a cool place to go hang out.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that whole thing was a fraud. So apparently, like, somebody did like an image search through Google and found out that these photos had been recirculated from like somewhere else.
Come on.
On an older story.
Snopes.com.
Yeah. So.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. But, I mean, like, it got reshared like crazy around here.
Of course it did.
And I think even, like, some news channels ran some stories like, hey, there's a crazy wild tiger loose in Lake Livingston. Be careful this week. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, anyway, that was a thing.
Well, yeah.